Right, good afternoon and welcome, and thank you very much. I must acknowledge and thank the organisers for the opportunity to share and learn from the IFPRI 2020 conference. Expectations for my presentation, I'll present you an approach which informs a program for building resilience for food and nutrition security in the Southern African region. And I hope to spark your interest in a perspective from Southern Africa and its 15 member states. So I'll start by providing you with a quick basic introduction to the background of the SADC Regional Vulnerability Assessment and Analysis Program, and quickly move on to just outline its goals and purpose, its principles and key results. But now I want to hook you in. No major food crisis has occurred in the region since 2002. Why? Well, we think the Regional Vulnerability Assessment Analysis Program, along with its partners, has played a significant role in this outcome. How? How has it done this? It provides timely evidence and analysis to deal with any threats to food security. But we recognize this is no time for complacency. The Southern African region faces the threat of a potential synergy of multiple future shocks and hazards. We also realize the need to start to better inform the resilience agenda in the region if we are to shift people out of poverty. So the program actually serves about 283 million people in the region. They benefit from the Regional Vulnerability Assessment Analysis Program. Why? Because it monitors vulnerability and food insecurity. It informs regional responses, and it makes long-term policy recommendations for action. It also strengthens institutional and technical conceptual capacity of the member states. It coordinates regional member states that began setting up national vulnerability assessment committees after the onset of crises and impacts of droughts and floods. It coordinates regional activities and delivers technical expertise and capacity building. It works with international cooperating partners and NGOs to provide technical resources and so on. It integrates short-term and long-term responses to food crisis with approach to disaster risk reduction, chronic poverty, and livelihood vulnerability. The program is now widely accepted as the primary system for SADC and its member states to track and report and respond to short-term shocks. How are we doing on time? A few minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So the goal is to actually reduce poverty and livelihood vulnerability through climate-resilient livelihoods in the SADC region. The purpose is to enhance regional and national response to climate change and poverty and vulnerability. So we have a number of principles and backbones to the program. The program performs a key role in strengthening understanding of livelihoods and poverty in the region. This is absolutely essential. 9 member states have established livelihood zones and baselines that serve as the basis for vulnerability assessments. National vulnerability assessment committees have been established in 12 out of the 15 countries in the region. The majority of these national vulnerability assessment committees annually produce vulnerability assessments and analysis reports with recommendations for short and long-term policy actions. The program engages high-level political stakeholders and informs national responses to food insecurity and vulnerability. The program has been involved and engaged in building capacity at the national level. We have partners with centers of excellence at the University of KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa, in Malawi, in Tanzania, in Namibia, and in Zimbabwe. Our priorities are to maintain high standards of vulnerability assessment, consolidate sustainable institutional setups, strengthen links to policy making. Thank you very much.